Hey guys, here, right here, Gina. Welcome to the second week of the GP2 series where we took off at Sandy Shores Grand Prix. I'm going to keep these highlights short as possible. Obviously, all the coverage will be on my Twitch anyway, so you can check out the archives if you want to check out the entire thing. But yeah, information on the screen, lap 10 to 13. It's got to be one mandatory pit stop for 20 seconds for all drivers. And the qualifying basically went down like this. Oisty starting the lead yet again, pole position, just like last week, and Mini Temper starting second. But this time Zerka made it to third position. TJ UK and his teammate Pace Pumos, or Pace Penises, in fourth and fifth together, along with Peck and Lera together as well in sixth and seventh. Dinar starting pretty well in eighth position, and Agar, so forth, so on. Information there is on the screen as well. So let's start the race, skipping straight to it after the formation lap. Once everyone got sorted out, Mini Temper had a pretty awful start there, losing out of position already to TJ UK, who started third, grabbed second spot. Oisty's already off. You see Pekka and his teammate right there on the screen as well on the bottom. And what happens, Evil Tunic grabs a little bit of dirt on the straight and unfortunately loses out a couple of positions due to that. That's extremely unfortunate for this qualifying time. A little bit bumper grind here. To be honest, the safety car should have been called out there, because I didn't really notice this as well. I thought the first impact was alright, but then there was so much going on the actual straight after the double right-hander. You see that Pekka actually got destroyed. You know, he's qualified in 6th, went all the way down to 15th, 14th position. So, unfortunate to him. And I had the responsibility actually to call out the safety car, so that's completely my bad. Next week I'm going to be extra strict and make sure that people get a chance. So, Mini Temper actually does really well on the first lap. In fact, he does so well. You know, there's 20 laps in total, so it's supposed to be half an hour worth of racing. TJ UK slightly oversteers there due to the bump. Grabs a position. Remember, this is Tesco Connection. Well, Tesco Connection is a team that Mini Temper's in. It unfortunately doesn't have a teammate there for twice in a row now. He didn't end up signing up. Well, he signed up, but didn't end up showing up. It's Prince Vince. But anyway, last corner of the first lap. Oisty, of course, remember, in pole position. Now, you know, last week he ended up choking on the first lap, but this time he managed to keep going. It's pretty consistent in this race, but Temper already grabs first position on the first lap. And this is sort of how it was expected to be from how it was in last race, right? And so everything seems to be on the plate for Temper right now. You know, it's still a top 3 battle going on right now. Nothing's over yet. Just behind them on 4th place is Lera. And then you see, oh my god, Epsilon, who's part of the Golden Boys, who's the Oysty's team. And just behind them is the Pink Dinos, Agar and Richard. And Matt Collett is a new member, well, a new driver for the GP2 series, who ended up showing up this time. He didn't take part in the last one. So did pretty well up in the front, but there's a huge collision there. Samora, I believe, ended up caught up in that collision. This massive bunch of cars come in the middle of the pack. Team position 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, so forth, so on. Unfortunately, Evil Tunic, if you noticed at the start, got caught up in so many incidents with lag takeouts against Pekka, so he had to end up waiting, losing out a lot of positions from starting high up in the grid from qualifying from 5th, I believe, went all the way down to 15th, and he got held up more and more after each lap went on. But he got a remarkable comeback though. It was a nice little battle between him and Samora throughout the entire process, as you see in the final shot of that previous shot. Double left-hander, it was quite a tight section. So it went on like this. I'm just showing you the consecutive laps for the first 4 or 5 laps, so you see how the starting grid pretty much changed from the first lap onto the next few laps. And a lot of things have changed. Got a little collision here as well. Well, not a collision, but people oversteering there, understand. This is a nice little shot from Alex's point of view. This is my shot here. Coming into first double right-hander, Mini Temper. Oisty slightly peeling off from 3rd position. TJ UK and Lera having a battle there. You see the Pink Dinos now coming together, but Dinar's trying to grab a position, but that cannot. And Richard's there defending against Dinar. Unfortunately, Dinar's teammate gets caught up in a few collisions on this double right-hander you see later on. Actually, I think it's right here. Here, check this out. I think it's right here. Yeah, he gets taken out, and the person doesn't wait. I think it was a lag takeout, but that's extremely unfortunate and controversial. But the Pink Dinos are doing really well here, keeping it together. And what these guys do is quite remarkable near the end, as you'll see. But Dinar is trying to apply some pressure, but something does happen to him as well. So a lot of exciting stuff happening right now. Loving the shots, man. But you see, nice little middle pack coming there. I think that's Evil Tunic just ahead of Samora, but there's going to be a nice little collision coming up just in the next few corners. But that's Dinar's teammates, the unfortunate stuff from him. But here's the little incident coming up with Samora and Evil Tunic, yet again getting held up. So, I believe Evil Tunic's going to hold the outside here. And trying to cut back on the inside. Samora pings him with his nose. Unfortunately, started losing out a few places there already. And that's Pekka there coming back into the pack from an unfortunate start. So Evil Twinning and Pekka, unfortunate start there to the race. And keep getting held back. While Temper, Oisty, TGU keep held away. But Lera, you know, but here's the thing. The teammates, each of the teammates from each of the teams in the top 5 made it through. Then the other pair could not, but except for the Pink Dinos, who are doing really well together, so they're going to rack up a lot of points. However, it's quite controversial at the end, you'll see. But anyway, right now, current standings on the 9th lap, skipping straight through after the first 4 laps. Mini Temper in the lead, Oisty 2nd, TJ UK 3rd, Lera 4th, Omega Epsilon 5th, Aegon 6th, teammate with Richard Owens, part of the Pink Dinos, Dinar in 8th, so forth. So Robomac actually, in fact, who started last because he could not end up qualifying. He missed the qualifying sessions, doing really well in 9th position. Unfortunately, Samora makes a mistake. Evil Tunic grabs the position now. Is in 12th position. So there's a lot going on right now. But now we're skipping straight into the 10th lap, and this is where the pit window opens up. So we're just skipping through now. Of course, there's 3 laps to do a pit. On the first lap, only 1 person ended up doing a pit, and that was only Evil Tunic. That's the front 3 there going through, with Billy Temper's point of view in the top left. And unfortunately, what happened to Zerker actually? Although he qualified in 3rd position, as you saw in the start, due to lag on formation lap, he was lagging extremely badly. He had to sit out. That's extremely unfortunate because he did really well in the last race for the first Grand Prix in Galileo Ring. Sorry, you know, ended up finishing in the top 10. So if he was to rack up points from starting 3rd, you never know. You know, it's pretty consistent as well. So it's unfortunate missing out on points for this race, but it was, you know, he was mature about it, and of course he sat out and took care of the pit stops instead. So that's what I like about GP2 guys, when these guys are solid, no problems whatsoever, and these guys actually respect each other as well. That's another thing. Absolutely love that. So now you see the first 3 cars entering the pits. Evil Tunic just finished off his 22nd pit, so he was allowed to exit, and the other 2 cars who were at the back of the pack entering the pit as well. It's quite smart to do that, and just take a little breather to build up momentum again for the rest of the race. Here's the thing though, of course it's a rule that you have to stop for 20 seconds once you're near the exit of the pit stop at the tyre stack. As soon as the car stops, the time is supposed to start from that point for 20 seconds. Now, quite a few controversial things occurred with a couple of the drivers. One person from the Pink Dinos was Richard Owens, who's Agar's teammate. They were doing really well in the front of the grid, you know, with 5th and 6th position going for 4th against Lera. Basically, Richard Owens ended up only pitting for 18 seconds, and JVD, the race official or the race steward, from this point of view, was making sure everyone's doing the pit stop properly. And we found that a couple of these drivers, you know, Richard Owens and Venom, who was at the back of the pack, did not do the pit stop properly. So they got a 10-second penalty for the final race result. This meant that the positions actually did end up changing. Obviously, they did not know about this during the race, but they were told afterwards. So you see now a bunch of cars going into the pits, but Mini Temper still hasn't gone into the pit. But what Mini Temper does, which was quite unusual, he ends up going to the pit on the 12th lap instead of the 13th lap. See, if you're in the lead and you got quite a bit of lead, which he does right now, a couple seconds ahead, right? If I was him, I would have gone into the pits on lap 13. But that's just from a personal standpoint, from my experience. I think that's just the wisest thing to do. But as you saw, Temper entered lap 12. He's coming around the track right now. He's about to enter the pits after these 2 cars leave that are currently in the pit. If you notice, before, the lap before, lap 11, Oisty already completed his mandatory pit. So Oisty was in 2nd place, remember that. And of course, just ahead of him was Temper. Then Temper's going to enter the pit now, and Oyster's already completed it. The TJ UK was right behind Oyster, you remember. So TJ UK is now coming. Technically, TJ right now is in 3rd position, right? Which he should be. Oyster's just coming around, and Temper's about to finish his pit. You see right behind there is Lera entering the pit as well. And you see Agar going across there along with his teammate Richard Owens, and they're going to enter the pit on lap 13. Oh, listen to this. Check this out.
Oh, you... Are you joking me?
Now, that was chaos. So that's basically pit stop going completely wrong after the pit stop. It was insane. Just turn of events. This was totally unexpected. Everyone was expecting Temper to comfortably have this in the lead, but this is what pit stops can do, and this is obviously down to your responsibility of managing it well and properly. So we're skipping straight on to lap 17, the last 3 laps, because essentially what Tempa had to do from 3rd position is to keep up, catch up. Remember, Oisty was also in 2nd position behind Tempa, but he got caught up in the collision with Tempa having to recover back onto the racing line, which he tried to come back onto and got into Oisty's way, and of course Tempa's car flipped. And then what you notice, TJ UK took advantage of that and took a couple of positions just off the bat from the first pit, and he was off. And TJ UK right now is in the lead, Oisty's in 2nd, and Tempa's in 3rd. Now at the same time, there's an insane battle going on for 4th position. You guys will see Lera's currently in 4th position, but Agar and Richard are chasing him down. Remember, Agar and Richard are Team Pink Dinos, right? What's crazy is that last week on Galileo Ring for the first Grand Prix, Evil Twin Nick, who's TGUK's teammate for Pace Pimos, was in 2nd place and got that comfortably. This time, he's in the back of the pack, I think roughly around 11th or 12th position at this point, having a battle with DNR, and that's an insane battle that they were having. Unfortunately, I could not show the footage of that. But essentially, it's the other way around. Our TJ UK, who had a pretty good race last race. You know, he was on around, I think, finished 4th or 5th place. He had a really good race. Now he's doing really well on this race as well for his teammate, capitalizing from his position. So Evil Tunic is actually currently 9th position, my bad, and he's having a bad battle with DNR, and they're going to keep going back and forth at it. But you see Lara in 4th, Agar in 5th, Richard in 6th. Robomac moved up from 9th position to 7th. Rambo is on 8th position. Things are looking insane for top 10 right now. But yeah, Robomac's having an insane race as well, because he started in last position, basically. All the cars in the race right now, 20 drivers. He made it all the way through to 7th position. Absolutely insane. And of course, a few more laps to go. Let's see if he can hold that. But top 3 going at it. Unfortunately, 2nd place, Oisty makes a mistake and Mini Tempa gets caught up in it. But of course, Oisty showing a lot of respect to Tempa there allows him to go through, because Oisty knew that he prevented Tempa from carrying on that pace that it was going at, and the consistency, and obviously he caused Tempa into that little collision. Now, of course, what you see there is a nice little battle for 4th place between the Pink Dinos pushing and applying pressure against Lero. You guys will see that later on. But here's a little footage of a nice little shot of a chicane. But it's crazy, man. It's nice sportsmanship that, of course, Oisty showed against Tempa there from that little incident where he made a mistake. So you see here, the Pink Dinos are applying insane pressure. Here comes an insane overtake. Right now, Agar grabs the inside against Lera and grabs that 4th position for the double left-hander, whilst Richard's keeping up. And absolutely insane tactics going for the Pink Dinos right now. You know, where Richard's slowly creeping up and Agar's trying to hold up Lera now. As he's grabbed 4th position, he's going to try and defend Lera from him grabbing it again. So currently right now, TGUK in the lead, Tempa 2nd, Oisty in 3rd after the mistake, Agar in 4th now grabbing it, and Lera in 5th, Richard in 6th, Robomac in 7th, Rambo in 8th, Evil Twinic 9th, and Dinar in 10th, Samora in 11th, Epsilon in 12th. Epsilon, you know, had a pretty good start from 5th position the first few laps and ended up going all the way down due to mistakes he was making and getting caught up in quite a few other mistakes people were making as well. So it's quite unfortunate for him. But this sort of racing is all about consistency and, you know, not pushing it too hard, but making sure, you know, you're doing everything right and not making mistakes. But hey, we keep saying it all the time, but I myself do it. But anyway, the battle for top 3 is still going on for the final few laps, but I still wanted to keep the shot going. As you can see, Lera is applying pressure for the inside. They're trying to grab back the 4th position, but Agar grabs on the outside and keeps it going with the pressure. But Richard now is catching up. Now it's going to be a 3-man side by side there. 2 teammates going at it. Lera's trying to protect it. Now you see right now, Lera is on the inside, but then, what do you call it? Oh, there's so much going on right now. Richard's trying to grab the outside, but Agar grabs the inside. Holy shit. Now it's pretty much bumper to bumper stuff. You know, Agar's there. Oh shit. Richard's trying to grab the inside. Richard grabs the inside, but then Lera grabs the outside and grabs the inside for the consecutive corner. You see right now going through, so it's crazy stuff. You know, going back and forth. And then, of course, Lera grabs the position there you see in the left-hand side. And Richard, once again, back to 6th position. But still, Agar's peeling away from 4th position. You see the final straight, TGUK in the lead. Tempa in 2nd. And pacing down, TGUK and Oisty in 3rd. So you see here from the final lap, this is the final, the very last lap. Absolutely crazy. He's going to go down to the wire because Tempa is pacing it. Is generally quicker than TGUK in overall laps per each lap. He's pacing about 0.5 seconds per lap. It's crazy, you know. Tempo was going ridiculously quick in the last few laps. Oisi unfortunately makes a mistake and loses out on any chance of grabbing second position now, because it's the last lap, and of course the gap is extended from the first, second to third. And you see here, Igor comfortably gained the lead from fourth position, and of course Richard there comfortably wanted to take sixth there, and Lera finishes off in pretty much fifth position there, and that's pretty much how it stayed for their fourth, fifth, and sixth. But first and second are going at it. You know, this is close. Going to go down to the wire, it seems, from this point. So TGUK is on the left, Temper is on the right. Of course, Pace Pimmels going at it here. It's going to be a very tight series. This one, as GP2 is looking extremely interesting. Once again, unfortunate for the Mini Temper and Tesco Connection team for a teammate not showing up twice, 2 times in a row for both Grand Prix. So, yeah, final corner. Temper's trying to grab it, gains extra speed against TGUK. Is it enough? Is it enough? Oh my lord, near enough a photo finish, but that was extremely close. I have never seen anything like that before. Remember, there's 20 laps straight, half-an-hour racing. After all those incidents from the first pit stop, Temper nearly made a remarkable comeback, but it wasn't enough. TGUK snatches the win from taking advantage of the incident from the first pit. Unfortunately, so after Oisi, he did end up disconnecting. However, he still kept third position after quite a bit of a discussion with the hosts of the series. So, yeah, basically the way it standard, right, you know, when Richard Owens finished sixth, that was not the case because he exited the pit stop quite early. So that was a 10-second penalty. So he did end up losing quite a bit of positions due to that, so which affected his total points for his team and himself for Drivers' Championship. So although he finished fifth, that was not the race result. So that's the actual race result you see from the race. But then here's the actual standings. So first place TGUK, Temper in second, Oisty in third, Agar in fourth, Lera in fifth, RoboMac taking sixth, and Rumbo taking seventh, and Richard finished in eighth. Although he finished in sixth, and of course unfortunate that Zerka could not take part, and Oisty of course DC'd, but still remarkable race from RoboMac. Evil Twinic bringing it back from an unfortunate start with all the lag takeouts. Still finished in 10th place. did manage to take a position from Evil though, taking 9th position. Richard finishing in 8th, of course, due to 10-second penalty of the pit stop, leaving early. Samora finished 11th. Matt Collette from a great start finished in 12th, unfortunately. Also with 13th position. Oh my god, Epsilon. Great start and whatnot, but everyone else, of course, even Pekka finishing in 15th, quite unfortunate from an awesome qualifier and an unfortunate start. So it was an interesting race. Here's the overall points. You know, Tempo is still in the lead. However, TJ is slowly creeping up. Oisty in third, Evil Tunic in 19th position. There for Drivers' Championship. But Pace Pimmels are currently taking it for Constructors' Championship, although because obviously Team Tesco Connection is a one-man team at the moment due to the teammate not showing up twice. So yeah, Iceman in third, Golden Boys in fourth. Pink Danos slowly creeping up for 5th position. Augur Racing in 6th. Acid Racing in 7th. So forth, so on. You can see the information there. This is actually quite an interesting series. Anything can happen during this, as you already witnessed. It's just been 2 races. You know, another, 7 more to go. It should be interesting, guys. And I'll keep you guys updated with his highlights. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Check your sign out. Good night. Peace. Yeah. Hey guys, here, Reiki Gene. So the GP2 series has kicked off for week 1 Galileo Grand Prix. And race went down really well yesterday. And here's the highlights.